Oh man, another Kishimoto video. So we got some brand new news on Sonic Frontiers and Sonic Frontiers 2 or whatever it's going to be called. The director of Sonic Frontiers, Morio Kishimoto, has been responding to fans on Twitter, as you guys know, because I've made like 3 videos on this now.
Oh brother, this guy stinks!
But Kishimoto has not stopped responding to people. He's still going and still taking feedback and still giving us kind of new details on updates and things for the next game. So this time he dropped some pretty interesting information regarding updates for Sonic Frontiers and as well as some of the future things for Sonic Frontiers 2 or whatever the next game will be called. But basically for the next open zone game in general. But we're gonna hop into it. But before we do that, hey, hold up a minute. 75% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, so why don't you consider subscribing if you've been enjoying the content. You may be like, hey, this might be too early in the video, but 43,000 of you guys keep coming back to these videos, so I'm talking to you. Why don't you hit the subscribe button? Thanks guys. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I'm not gonna waste any time here. So we have a tweet from someone named Various Angels, and they tweeted at Kishimoto in Japanese, saying, I think it's hard to keep track of the many opinions we've received, but is there anything specific you'd like to address in your next open zone application, meaning game? And then Kishimoto responds saying, thank you very much for your feedback. It has helped me a lot in planning my next project. Regarding the opinions that we are paying particular attention to, we are thinking of working on them as soon as possible by secretly prototyping and testing them in the update without waiting for the next game. And he puts a emoji saying shh. So what does Kishimoto mean by this? Basically, he is saying that they're gonna slide in things that they want to try in the next Sonic game in Sonic Frontiers via the updates. So for example, they want to do momentum as a core gameplay focus of Sonic Frontiers 2 or the next open zone game, whatever it's going to be called. So that's something that they could try to implement within these updates that are coming out over the next year. And obviously it probably won't be a highlighted feature because they already have the whole roadmap and the things that are being added, but they could have gameplay changes that are under the radar, quote unquote, that are going to affect the game and the gameplay, such as adding momentum in Sonic Frontiers early, which, you know, will probably make it a lot more fun for a lot of people, especially the console players that don't have the game on PC and want more momentum from like jumps and stuff that you can only get on the PC version via mod. Another thing I could see them adding in through these updates silently, or just more so small gameplay changes that they probably want to implement into Sonic Frontiers 2, like combat wise, as in making things faster, or maybe different difficulty options that actually allow you to play the game a bit differently. Say they add another hard mode that actually allows the parry to actually function like a normal parry where you have to time it. Things like that. I could see that being added into Sonic Frontiers right now, and just they slide it in through an update rather than making it a big deal. And I think that's exactly why he said it's more of a secret thing, or, you know, just putting it in the update in secret. But I hate to break it to you, Kishimoto, it's kind of not a secret anymore once you kind of tweet it out on Twitter, but it's good to know that they're going to test things through these updates and not just going to do what's on the roadmap. Because I'd like to see some gameplay changes. I want to see momentum added in. And the main way I want momentum in Frontiers now is just, I want it to carry with my jump. That's all I really want, because it's just a little odd that I can't carry the momentum from my jump when I'm jumping and boosting. The other thing I would like to see is Sonic not stick to the ground as much, so when I run off of something, I kind of just want to run off of it and keep my momentum there too, instead of just fall directly to the ground. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens too much, and that's something I would love to see changed. And honestly speaking, based off what Kishimoto was saying, we could very much see that kind of stuff being silently put into Sonic Frontiers through these updates. I would say most of the things that Kishimoto responded to and said that he's taking interest in, I think we should actually, you know, look out for that kind of stuff. Because here he's saying that there's a lot of opinions, but he's only looking at specific ones, and it's probably the ones he's responding to. I'm sure he's gotten like thousands of freaking requests at this point, but obviously the ones he responds to are probably the ones he's most interested in, and especially the ones where he has a more detailed response, such as this one. I think this will determine some of the things that we may or may not see through these updates. So who knows, guys, we might get a momentum update early. And for the people in the comments, yes, I know Sonic Frontiers does have momentum, but you know what we're talking about when we say momentum. Just good momentum. A lot more of it. That's all we're really saying. And specifically with the examples that I provided earlier with like carrying your jump with momentum. Things like that. But I'm honestly very interested to see how this goes. I wonder what kind of things are going to get slid into the game through these updates. Obviously, that's one of the things I want to see. And obviously, there's some other features that I want, like a boss rush mode, a harder mode, a fixed parry, slightly faster combat, more aggressive enemies. That's stuff that I kind of want to see that I'm not really expecting, but I want to see it. Well, maybe except the boss rush. That's probably going to happen. But yeah, I just want to make this quick video just sharing this news, and I think it's pretty interesting, and we just have to wait and see at this point. This this DLC cycle is going to be interesting to see how much it changes Frontiers or how little it changes Frontiers, and let's see how people's opinions are on the game after all of this stuff is out and ready to go. I'm really interested to see how Sonic goes this year because I have no idea what's going to happen. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and like always, I'll see you in the next one.
Well, whatever happens, happens.